of all, I want to thank God for my salvation. I want to thank Him for His keeping power and His mercy and His grace. My husband and I, we've been serving the Lord for many, many years. And in the various ministries that we've had the privilege to serve, we've always gotten involved and served. And that's all we need to do. But, and if I can be transparent, in the 33 years that I've known Christ and I've been discipled, never once was I taught how important it was to be emotionally whole and well, to rest in Him, our God. And that's something new to me, to us, that we're still getting used to, because we're not used to that. And, here at Coming to New Hope, and even with the Bible studies and the life groups, we go for a period and then you rest. And it's okay to say, I can't, not right now, it's too much, to not overstretch yourself and not feel guilty, not be rebuked for it. And again, like I'm saying, I'm being very transparent here. And that notion of resting in Him and being personally whole emotionally, it became so real last month in April. My mother suffers from Alzheimer's, and last month, at the beginning of the month, my siblings and I had to place her in a memory care facility. Now, mind you, we've been working towards that for a while, because for the last 3 years, the family really has struggled trying to give her 24/7 care that she needs now. So we knew this, I knew this. I myself worked very hard on the business side and trying to find the right place for her. But when it actually happened, it broke me. It devastated me. It broke my heart. And I was a mess. I've always perceived myself to be a strong woman of God. My husband and I, the storms that we have encountered in life together, he would lift me up when I'm low, or I would lift him up when he's low. But this time, this was my own battle. This was my own emotions that I was going through. And I was not emotionally well or whole going into the conference, and I knew this. So going to the conference, I knew God, I was holding on by the hem of His garment, because He's the one that sustained me and kept me going. Not that my faith was shaken, but my emotional. I was very fragile when we went to the conference. And I knew going there, God, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to refresh me. You're going to have to give me that strength to get past this grieving that I'm going through, because it was grieving. As a Hispanic and in our culture, we just don't do that. You don't place your elderly or your loved ones in a home. That's something that my siblings and I, we had to overcome, because my mom needed the care that we could not provide for her anymore. So it was dealing with guilt, and did we do the right decision? We're not grieving for what used to be and what is yet to come with her in her health. So go to the conference, and like Myra had mentioned, I learned that it's okay not to be okay for a season, not get stuck there though. And oh my God, last month, I can stand here and talk about my mama right now. Last month, I couldn't talk about my mama without breaking down in tears. I was a mess. I was like, for a whole week, driving to work, I'm talking to God, I'm boo-hooing and crying. At work, walking through the hallways in my office, a memory, something about my mom, I would cry at work. It's like, my God, I never done that before. Driving home, talking to God, and cry about my mom. At the house, watching TV, some commercial or something would trigger my mom, I would be crying. I was a royal mess. So going to the conference, like I said, even our speakers, the things that they shared, these are strong women of God. They went through some traumatic events in their life that, oh my God, they can still stand there and they can still lead others to wholeness. We even had like breakout sessions, and one of the breakout sessions was about dealing with grief and healing, and what stage might you be in grief. Though I have not lost my mom physically, I was grieving, like I said, for what we used to have before. And I didn't want to go. If I can be real honest, I was like, I'm a counselor, I know what they're going to be asking, and well, how do you feel about that? And how does that make you? I did not want to go. I even told Becky, I said, Becky, you know what? I think I want to go back to the hotel, rest up, and come back at 5 o'clock. I don't want to go to these sessions. but I needed it, because even on the grief and loss, it's not just about losing somebody. You can grieve over a home if you lose a home into foreclosure, if you lose a job, a significant other, a relationship. Grieving encompasses all kinds of different things. It's not just physically losing somebody. So I needed that, and like I said, I can stand here today, I can talk about what I'm talking about, and the conference propelled me to get me out of where I was at in the dark area. And again, it's only Him and through Him that I can stand here and be able to share that with you. And another thing I want to say is, mother-daughter, it was a privilege to go with my oldest daughter, to go to a conference and experience it together as women. When she was small, because again, you go to church, our children by default come with us to church, and they attend everywhere we take them. This time, her as a woman of God, we got to experience together, being in the room, connecting, bonding in a different spiritual level than what we normally do as mother-daughter. And I just want to say I'm so proud of her, of the woman of God that she's become, the mommy, the